If you are looking for the best inspection cameras, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and started it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers. Also, we have included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. The number one position is dominated by Testlog Inspection Camera 8mm. The 8mm Testlog Inspection Camera is one of the best loved products in this category. If you want to skip past all the research and buy one of the best all-rounders, just go ahead and pick this one. You won't be disappointed. It has every feature you will need for DIY inspection jobs. The two most important things to talk about are the length of the cable, 16.4 feet, and the quality of the camera, HD 1080 pixels. This waterproof gooseneck cable allows you to journey deep into whatever you are inspecting and diagnose the problem. It also has an extra HD camera on the side of the main camera for pipe inspections. Of course, an HD camera is useless without a screen to view it on. Fortunately, this handheld inspection camera has a 4.5-inch IPS HD screen that's protected by toughened glass. Using these button controls, you can adjust the screen angle, zoom up to 2x, and save images to the built-in 32GB memory card. The other thing worth mentioning is that the rechargeable battery lasts up to 6 hours, which is plenty of time to work out what's going on. Moving on to the next at number 2 with DEPSTECH Wireless Endoscope. The DEPSTECH Wireless Endoscope is an affordable and reliable inspection camera designed for use around the house. If you are a DIY enthusiast, this tool could come in really handy in a number of situations. It has an 11.5-foot semi-rigid snake cable which bends and can hold its shape for easy access to confined spaces. On the end is a 2-megapixel inspection camera with adjustable resolutions from 640 into 480 to 1600 into 1200. It's not the best image quality we have seen on an inspection camera, but it is good enough to see what's going on. Crucially, it also has 6 adjustable LED lights to illuminate the confined space you are working in. The thing we liked best about this inspection cameras is that it sends the video straight to your smartphone or tablet. That makes it cheaper and easier to use than a lot of more expensive Bosch scopes on the list. The number 3 position is held by Redgit for Double R43. The Redgit is another impressive plumbing inspection camera for less than $100. One of the things we really like about this camera is the way the screen is mounted onto the handle. The screen itself is only small 2.5-inch color LCD, but it sits on the top of the handle and allows you to point the cable like a gun. It gives the whole thing an ergonomic feel. Aside from that, Redgit 4R43 model handheld inspection camera is not as impressive as some of the other inspection cameras around this price range. They don't say much about the quality of the camera, but it provides reasonably clear images and is helped by the use of 4 LED lights. The camera is at the end of a reasonably short 1.2 meter 4-foot cable, but unfortunately, it's not extendable. To be honest, this will be long enough for 90% of jobs, but for a professional tradesman, it might not be long enough. One of the coolest features on this camera is that it has a video out function which allows you to transfer live images onto an external device. That means you can get a separate screen and send the images to there that you can see them really clearly. You might not use this function all the time, but it makes up for the smaller screen and not many other manufacturers have thought of it. Next at number 4 we have Bosch Gic 120C. The Bosch Gic 120C is undoubtedly the holy grail of inspection cameras. On the face of it, it doesn't look that different from the cheapest inspection cameras in the market. Expect that everything is slightly better. The tool has that high-quality ergonomic feel that you get with all high-end Bosch products. It is a 1.2 meter 3.9 feet cable that is flexible and stays in position perfectly. On the end of that is the super clean camera surrounded by a bright LED light. The best thing about this camera is that the LED lighting doesn't actually affect the quality of this image. Instead, it sends a consistent and well-lit image to the high-definition 3.5-inch display. It also features innovative up-is-up technology that automatically rotates the image to the correct orientation. It doesn't matter how much you twist the cable, the camera always knows which way is up. This saves a lot of time and effort to adjust your viewpoint. You can take pictures and capture videos which is then transferable to a computer via a microSD card or a USB cable. This is especially useful if you want to document critical areas for further analysis. The camera can either be powered by a 10.8V Li battery or standard AA batteries, lessening the chance of the power running out when you haven't finished your work. Overall, this is the best inspection cameras on this list. The old saying, you get what you pay for, is certainly true when it comes to this sort of technology. Sure, it's expensive, but it's a professional tool that will save a busy tradesman hundreds of hours of messing around. Finally, at number 5 with Vividia 9mm. Bosch scopes are one of those tools that you can't really get for cheap. The technology is too expensive for a company to come out with a $10 model, and even if they did, it wouldn't be worth buying. At first, we were slightly skeptical about the Vividia inspection scope because it costs less than $60, but when we actually looked onto it, it's a great budget option. Of course, you can't expect it to be amazing for that price. A quick read through the Amazon reviews and you will find plenty of customers who were expecting a perfect product. It's not the perfect, but in most cases, it's good enough. The cable is just a meter 3.3 feet long, but you can add extensions to it, which is a pretty useful feature if you don't know how much length you need. The camera is 0.3 megapixel, similar to the first Snake camera was featured, but it's nowhere near as clear. Most of the complaints about this product are about the camera quality, but it's good enough to see about an inch in front of you so you can make it work. The live images are displayed on a 2.4-inch full-color LCD screen, but unfortunately it has no capacity to record images. The camera head and cable are waterproof enough to meet the IP67 standards, but we are not convinced that you will be able to see much underwater unless it's really clear. It does come with a hook, mirror and a magnet, and it has 4 LED lights that sufficiently light up dark areas. Overall, this camera is easy to use and good enough for most simple DIY jobs. That's all for today. We upload product review videos in every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for the upcoming video notification.